Alright, so there's a before. Alright, so all you gotta do here is you swing this open. It's gonna be for the smaller outer tail light. These should be 10. Let me double check. The 10. Perfect. So 10, 10 clip, and then there should be another clip in there. Let me see. I don't know what that sticky stuff is. Some weird sticky stuff in there. But there's the other clip connector you gotta take out. So on both that, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, so it might be a little difficult to pull, but it's out. And yeah, so this gasket's practically the same as the new one. Assuming because of the material it gets a little sturdier, but that's a pretty good mimic on the gasket. But there you go. We got one off. And that one should be the left side, so look for that left side. Okay, so that's for the trunk one. And this one should be the left side. Alright, so let me double check something here. Man, that looks sick. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, so I got the connectors on there. And then I also put this long random wire, which I'm going to figure out what that's for. Pop this in. Give me a second here. Alright guys, so look, I'm in the middle of installing this, and a random raccoon happens to show this. He's hissing at me because he's trying to show that he doesn't want to mess around. But anyways, I just figured out that there's this little connector here, and it has this tab right there that you slide that into. So if you were wondering, raccoons don't normally attack humans, so that's why I wasn't like whatever about it. So yeah, so this slides into that, so you're gonna have to push it in there, right? Okay, so I just tested these out real quick. I'm not gonna show you because it's so sick, but definitely way better than stock ones. So let me go ahead and figure this thing out and then start opening up the top one. So this is off. The way you remove that, you got all these little holes, right? All those little holes are held up by these small push clips. You slide a flathead in between it, pop the top portion out, and then pop the bottom portion out. Pretty simple. Underneath, you're gonna have your lights. This R10. Remove these two. And let me get to that. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, side note. This is a handle for you to grab onto the trunk. You literally just kind of pry it a little bit, And then it should pop out. It might smack you in the face, but it'll pop. I think I figured out what I gotta do with this wire. So I might have to run it through this into that weather tubing. And side note, when you're removing this is a full bracket with a nut attached to it. As you can see, the little inside clips, and then you pop the connectors out and you got it. Now one is shorter than the other one, so keep that in mind when putting the new one in. So this should all come out. When you're coming and taking it out, keep in mind that there's a piece on the side of the head tail light. Want to slide it a little bit and then take it out. So it's like a slide pull type of thing. So that part is out. Now I have to slide this one in. Look at how beautiful that looks. Jesus. Let me make sure that that stripping looks good. Looks pretty good. Now, it's the same method on this one. When you pop it in, just press it and just slide it. See, it has the little tabs on the side there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in. Man, this is legit looking exactly like plug and play. So when you're putting these on there, make sure that there's a little, you probably see that one better, but there's a little divot there. Make sure that sits in the middle so that that part grabs onto the metal and then pulls down on the light. And then let me go ahead and see if these things reach, which it doesn't seem like it will. I'll check here in a second. This one actually is the one that goes in this one. Dude, it's that raccoon again. Look at that thing, bro. Dude, just come over here. He's like taking a stroll. Okay. I don't think you can see him, but he's over there sitting on a rock now, but I think he's looking for food. Watch this. I'm gonna turn around and watch. Look at that thing. Bro, if you're gonna come help me, come help me. So this is pretty much done here. This should be the one that sits in there. Okay, so here's a tip. When you remove the tail light, slide it in this hole one up here. I'm gonna tell you in a second why I'm doing this route and not another route, but let me share it with you. Grab it from here or put it in from here, slide it up top, and then you'll see it coming up here. Then you grab it, and then just hold it there so you can plug it into the other one. So that's just a quick tip. Alright, so one thing I'm noticing here is that the right side doesn't have two connection ports besides this one, which is the one that we ran from the bottom up, and then that one connector that sits in the middle. Now if you go on this side, this one has two. This one has this one here and this one, right? And you also have that one connector. Now I think this is an extra. I just don't know if it is or not, because you know it sits right there. So I'm not sure what this is for. I have to see if I could find some information about this one. But I turned the light on and the animation, all that works. So I don't know. If anybody else may know, let me know. But meanwhile, I'm gonna do some research on this and see if I could figure that out. So I'm assuming that these don't get used. And let me just put everything back together and show you how I run these extra wires, because I don't think I'm gonna run it in this. I'm just gonna leave this the way it is, and I'll show you how I run it. Alright guys, so everything is pretty much back on in. Lights are installed. This is how it's gonna look. This is what I was talking about. It sits down nicely. You kind of see some of the residue right there. I might have to clean that. But other than that, plug and play most part. So I don't know if you recall that one connector that was there. I was looking at the stock tail lights and they have their own connector for each part, right? Maybe that connector is for another MS6, possibly for like a MPS, maybe from out of the country. Maybe. I don't know if they use different connectors or not, but that's my conclusion on that one. So yeah, but anyways, it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of bothered me, but it is what it is. And there you go. Let me go ahead and turn the lights off so you can see the animation. Now, isn't that cool? Isn't that cool or what? Let me put the reverse lights to see how they look. So I did the animation because they put it on ACC, but that's the reverse. Can't really tell. But those are the reverse lights. Now, I'm actually going to be installing the reflectors that go on the bottom, the LED ones. So it's going to match perfectly. Once I get those in there, it'll kind of balance out the reverse lights. Let me put the hazards. Isn't that cool? Man, I love these. Again, once I put those LEDs on the bottom, it's gonna match. It's gonna blend in pretty nice. But yeah, that's how these taillights look, guys. It's practically plug and play. That one connector that was in there that was loose doesn't seem to have any effect on the animation and whatnot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video. I got a lot of stuff coming for this thing, so stay tuned for more stuff. Until next time, Georgie out. Peace. Tell me what